Number
You just
12.
swallowed a motherfucker.
Blue
A
jay.
blue jay.
A blue jay attacks a sparrow close to a sidewalk. The sparrow is much smaller than the blue jay, so it doesn't have much of a chance of escaping. Another blue jay attacks and kills a sparrow in a residential neighborhood. This blue jay
A blue jay. I saw one this day. I didn't know they was fucking birds of prey. I didn't know they got down like this. I thought they ate like worms. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mega back with another video, and today I'm finna be reacting to it. 15 insanely brutal moments of birds hunting their prey. No one requested this video. This is just something I came across, and I wanted to react to it. It should be interesting, brutal, but interesting. Before I get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and also let me know what you want me to react to next in the comments. Also follow my social media, you know what I'm saying, my social media up in there. You know, follow my Instagram, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, follow my social media. But without further ado, I'm gonna get into the video. Ooh.
Most people are impressed by big predators such as lions and tigers. But
No,
birds can
because
be
some
just
birds,
as deadly and
they
cruel.
sneak a nigga.
Have you ever seen a seagull on the hunt? What about a toucan? If you want to see some crazy
Ooh.
birds in action,
Oh, this finna get sad.
keep watching as we count down
But
15
nature is cruel.
insanely brutal moments of birds hunting their prey.
Ooh.
Number 15. Crow.
What is this squirrel doing?
The Canada geese cob does not want their goslings to be raised on his lake. He chases them out of the water whenever he sees them. The geese can flee readily, but the goslings are unable to do so and are separated from their parents. Isolated, the goslings will not last long and will become easy prey for seagulls, herons, and crows.
Not these baby
Because
ducks.
this carrion crow is unable to swim, it is rarely observed near water. It notices the swan and geese getting into a fierce argument and confidently approaches them. Even though they are much larger, the crow is not terrified of either of these
Ooh.
birds. It is
picked
faster
this
and more
nigga up.
agile than they are. It stoops down and snatches a gosling out of the water while the geese are distracted, acting like an opportunist thief.
Oh.
The geese are startled and honk despondently, but the crow is unconcerned and flies away. The crow plucks the gosling's feathers before devouring it. This crow is roaming around a tiny squirrel, and when the
Look at this
crow
baby
touches the
squirrel.
squirrel, the little rodent plays dead, rolling on his back, motionless. The crow isn't convinced and still pecks at the squirrel, who jumps up.
Crows are
startled by the
smart.
pecks.
Smarter than, you know,
Hopefully, the
other
squirrel
birds or
makes
other
it.
animals.
A crow
I don't
comes
think that
down
playing
on the
dead
tiny
shit would
rabbit.
work. Yeah, look
The
at
rabbit
that.
avoids the worst at first, but the crow eventually lands on the fluffy bunny and takes off with
Ooh.
it. Another crow has caught a bunny and is biting into the rabbit's head. The rabbit can't escape as the crow tries to kill it.
This nigga,
The crow eventually kills the rabbit and eats its meal.
I'm sorry,
Number
but it was
14.
it was like the rabbit was like screaming like help, help. It's not funny, but I don't know why.
Greater cowcles hunting
That
snake.
shit was sad.
These two greater cowcles find a snake on the side of the road and attack it.
Ooh.
Both birds attack the head of the snake, but the snake manages to pull away for a moment before the final blow is delivered by the birds.
Dang.
A greater cowcle attacks a cobra in a backyard, and the cobra doesn't seem interested at all in
This
fighting the
cobra.
aggressive bird. He tries to hide wherever he can, but the bird insists and continues to annoy the snake. This cowcle seems to be dancing with the tiny cobra. Once again, the bird is the instigator, and it's obvious why, after the cowcle grabs the cobra and kills it. This greater cowcle has hunted some goodies to bring back to the nest to feed its offspring. It looks like it's a tiny lizard, but it should do for now. The greater cowcle, also known as the crow pheasant, is a non-parasitic member of the Cuculiformes order of birds. It is a common resident in Asia, ranging from India to southern China and Indonesia. There are several subspecies, some of which are considered full species. It can be found in a variety of habitats. Number 13. Heron. There is a nest nearby for this gray heron and two hungry
But
babies
to me, why I
feed.
was thinking like
He loves to stand
I was thinking like heron, like heroin.
in shallow water and wait for a fish
Something
to swim
wrong with
past,
me.
but he lacks the patience to do so today. His youngsters are hungry, and he has discovered an orphaned gosling. He takes
Why
a
are y'all
seat
keep
on a
going
park
after these
bench to get a
goddamn
better look
goslings?
and waits for it to approach.
These
him.
niggas don't stand a
But
chance.
it appears to be going away. He swoops down and lunges at it before it gets too far away, and he pulls it out of the water with little difficulty. Watch how skilled this heron is when it snatches a squirrel from the ground
Oh,
and swallows
shit.
it whole.
Ooh.
These birds are more dangerous than snakes.
Swallow that motherfucker.
Herons also
whole.
prey on field voles like the heron in this video. I guess whatever they see on the ground is food for the taking. Well, what do you know? A heron took a walk on the beach and found a stingray. The heron was in the mood of some seafood, so it didn't hesitate.
And it's like, what do? You
But
can't
for
even
some
fight back.
reason,
Imagine
once
you're
it
like the
had
squirrel in that
stingray in
moment.
its mouth,
That
it
thing is like a
decided to drop
giant
it and
compared to
forget
you.
about
What are you
eating
gonna
it.
do? Scratch the
This heron
motherfucker?
targets something a little more exotic and rarer, an eel. It's also slightly more slippery, and you can see the heron is having trouble bringing the eel up to its mouth to swallow it. After a few attempts, the heron finally succeeds. Weasels are usually the ones on the hunt, but this time the weasel meets his match when it encounters a heron.
Ooh.
The heron
That
surgically
motherfucker fighting
grabs
back,
the
though.
weasel and easily kills it before swallowing it whole. Look at how fast this heron grabs a small bunny from the ground. The bunny hangs from the heron's beak, begging for mercy. But it's just a matter of time before the heron swallows the fluffy rabbit.
That's so crazy.
Number 12.
You just swallowed a motherfucker.
Blue
A
jay.
blue jay.
A blue jay attacks a sparrow close to a sidewalk. The sparrow is much smaller than the blue jay, so it doesn't have much of a chance of escaping. Another blue jay attacks and kills a sparrow in a residential neighborhood. This blue jay
A blue jay. I saw one just this day. I didn't know they was fucking birds of prey. I didn't know they got down like this. I thought they ate like worms. Hey, the more you know. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover.
grabs a sparrow and assaults it on a tree. Once again, the sparrow has no chance of surviving the attack.
I'm so shocked. I'm sorry, y'all.
A
I'm
blue
just so
jay
shocked.
launches aerial attacks against a raccoon, but it looks like the raccoon
just so
doesn't even
shocked.
feel them. The raccoon got too close to the blue jay's nest, hence the reason why the blue jay is being aggressive with the raccoon. This is a close-up of a blue jay intimidating and then pursuing a red-shouldered hawk. The top of the
I didn't know
backyard
these
food
niggas
chain.
got down like
The Blue
this.
Jays are backyard superheroes, flaring every
I
feather
did
on their
not know
bodies
these
to
niggas
appear
got
larger
down like
and holding
this.
their beak wide open to appear more deadly.
I'm so.
They are a sight to behold in slow motion as they attack the hawk and then flee. Blue jays are nesting right now. They're vigilant. They also serve as a helpful warning system for all the other backyard critters, particularly the squirrels. Because it happened so quickly, the videographer slowed it down at the end of the video. The baby bird that gets swooped away in the end is the one who wasn't fed at first and was stepped on by the mama bird while she was nursing the others, which is bad foreshadowing. I had to look up whether blue jays do things like this, or if the guy was just filming the neighborhood's one psycho jay. Blue jays, it turns out, do snare and eat newborn birds. However,
Fool,
the
I
Cornell
didn't know
Lab
that.
of
I'm
Ornithology
so
says
shocked.
this is a rare occurrence. Over the course of 2 to 3 days, the jay killed all 3 baby birds. Empty nest syndrome, to say the least.
I'm sorry. I'm just gone. Like it's like I was led astray. Cause them motherfuckers be in my backyard, you know, cooling it and shit. They look so pretty. I didn't know these niggas was like this. I didn't know these niggas was like this. I didn't know they got down like this. I'm just in shock.
Number
Wow.
11. Vultures eating carcass. This was
I
taken
mean, that's
in
what vultures
southwest
do.
Florida. Driving down a country road, people saw a bunch of turkey vultures eating a wild pig. It was fascinating to watch, but the odor wasn't very pleasant. When these vultures found an almost intact pig, they are in for a treat. The vultures do their thing and clean up the pigs like pros.
That's
After
what they
the
do to
hunt,
the cleanup
the
crew of
vulture
the-
cleanup crew
of
flies in
wildlife.
to
They're the
demolish
the
what's
cleanup
left of a
crew.
red stag in Portugal.
When motherfuckers die and
These are
motherfuckers don't
Griffin
finish it,
vultures,
they
and
finish
They are
it.
highly efficient scavengers. Vultures are always ready to clean up another animal's mess. They patrol the skies looking for remains and carcasses at all times of the day. This time, a huge elephant carcass is on the menu. There isn't much left of this wildebeest, and that's exactly when the specialists come into the picture and clean up the area. Vultures are extremely useful against the spread of disease. Number 10. Skua hunting penguin chicks. These 2 skuas have snatched a baby penguin and are literally murdering it. An older penguin, probably the mom, tries scaring off the skuas, but it doesn't work. This skua nibbles on the back of the nesting penguin until it raises itself, allowing it to trap and swallow the chicks whole. This skua kidnaps a baby penguin and takes it a few feet away to kill it. The
Not
penguin
the
mother goes to
kids.
save her child, but the skuas warn her to mind her
Not
business.
the children.
She screams and sobs and tells them this is her business. But alas, she has no other choice but to watch helplessly. On New Zealand's sub-Antarctic Campbell Island, a brown skua outmaneuvers an incubating female eastern rockhopper penguin and snatches one of her 2 eggs. These seabird predators, known as skuas, prey on other seabirds' prey, including chicks and even puffins. The same skua's eggs and chicks are targeted by ravens. Isn't it wonderful that the environment has been preserved in this way? Number 9. Seagulls.
Oh, seagulls are some nasty motherfuckers.
While this pigeon was attending the Cannes Film Festival, it got into an argument with the seagull about one of the films. The seagull asked the pigeon to step outside, and a scuffle between the 2 birds broke out.
He fucking up this
The pigeon was no match for the seagull, and when a lady tried to intervene, the seagull took off with the pigeon in its mouth. Feeling the pressure from onlookers, the seagull moved to a more discreet location. Another pigeon is getting a beating from a seagull in this video.
I know
The seagull keeps
pigeons
biting
and
and pecking
seagulls
at the
have beef
pigeon
like
and
this.
practically demolishing the bird in minutes. Unlike the heron and the crow, who both like to have their feet on the ground when catching their meal, this lesser black-backed gull is at home in the water. These seagulls are constantly circling the lake. They are continually attempting to snare a duckling or gosling during the spring, and they are great at it. The fact that they were able to swallow the gosling whole is surprising. This seagull targets a small squirrel and
Archer's beef.
violently attacks, but the squirrel is feisty.
Is
and fights
gosling
hard,
like the
but
baby
seagull
version of
still
like a
kills it and
geese?
swallows it whole.
Gosling? That's my first
Number
time hearing
8.
that.
Chukar partridge.
That makes sense though.
Pheasants,
That's
grouse,
what
and
it
quail
is.
are
I could be
all
wrong
linked to
though.
the chukar partridge, which is a gallinaceous game bird. Even though this chicken is much bigger, the chukar partridge is not
Ooh.
afraid, and he is actually the aggressor in what looks like a friendly fight. These 2 are best friends and live together, so what you are seeing in this video is an everyday routine the 2 birds enjoy. They play like this all day long. Once again, these 2 are enjoying a day of fun and activities as they get to play outside in the safety of their backyard. I never thought 2 birds could have so much fun.
It don't
Number
really look like fun to
7.
me.
Magpies. In what appears to be a park, a magpie attacks a baby bird. The little bird has no defense and is easily killed by the magpie. After a collared dove laid an egg in her nest, the next day a couple of magpies decided to attack the nest, but the dove was standing guard and defending her home. A magpie attacks a dove in flight in this video. The dove manages to escape with a few less feathers on its body. This magpie reaches out to the sky to snatch a hawfinch and kills it. The hawfinch is much smaller, and the magpie has a field day with the small bird.
And you
A rat
jumping
is
in
eating what looks
2v1.
like a dead bird, but when some magpies come and check out the merchandise, they harass the rat and force it to leave. The rat resists and doesn't leave immediately, but when the bird insists, he has no other choice. Number 6. Lapwings. A group of red-wattled lapwings is defending its nest from an Indian monitor lizard that has wandered into it. They puff themselves up, oblivious to their own safety in the hopes of scaring the predator away. This heron gets too close to some lapwing chicks and is being asked kindly to leave by the adults. The lapwings are flying close to the heron, threatening it, but the heron isn't fazed one bit. A conflict between a yellow-wattled lapwing and a rat snake can be seen in this video, when the snake tries to eat the lapwing's eggs. The lapwings fought valiantly, but they were no match for the snake. Number 5. Woodpeckers. In some earlier videos, we have seen the
woodpeckers
blue
be
jay
getting
kill
down like
smaller
that?
birds. But when the blue jay goes face to face with the woodpecker, the
I
game
mean,
is
yeah, them
different,
woodpeckers
and it's
got
the
that-
blue jay that takes a
That
beating.
doing their beaks gonna be on.
A pair of mourning dove
Definitely
babies fall
fucking
prey
it
to a
up.
bloodthirsty Gila woodpecker in Tucson, Arizona.
You see,
It's sad to see a couple of defenseless
Ooh.
birds just absorbing
Ooh.
all the shots and not being able to retaliate.
yeah, because them woodpeckers.
This woodpecker breaks into this house, and it's not to steal anything. He pulls out a baby bird and kills it. I guess the baby's parents were not home when this happened. Number 4. Harpy eagle. The harpy is a powerful bird of prey that can kill and carry a monkey back to its nest. The raising of their young is very demanding. They require a lot of food and care before they can be on their own 2 years from now. That's a long time, but their parents regularly bring them monkeys and sloths to eat. You can see the harpy go for the kill when it clobbers one of the tiny monkeys despite their warning call. The harpy has a nest in a dead Brazil nut tree. His partner and chick are looking forward to his return. Despite their small size, Harpies are the most fearsome
that motherfucker
eagles,
don't look too small to
feasting on
me.
monkeys and tree sloths.
If it's
The
hunting
male's
after
job
monkeys
is
and tree
finished once
sloths.
he has delivered his kill. Even though both parents bring food to the nest, only the mother feeds the 2-month-old chick. Everything except the bones is consumed, including the skin. Nothing is thrown away here. This mother harpy is checking up on her chicks to make sure they are okay and getting everything they need. We can see how nurturing and caring the harpy mom is with her babies. When a harpy eagle flies by and snatches it in midair without blinking,
Ooh.
it's clear that these sloths must always be on the lookout for an attack.
That sloth
Number
was just
3,
chilling.
Myna. This Myna is attacked by a chakar and a Tidar, and
Ooh.
one of the birds flips it over. A man assists the bird to get back up, and it immediately heads for the other birds to continue the fight.
Ooh.
These Mynas are involved in a royal rumble, but the problem is there is no referee, so the birds fight without any rules or restraints, and it is all-out war against a crow. 2 Mynas attack a chameleon, but the chameleon is tough and will not be an easy kill for the birds, who seem to realize this as they slowly abandon the fight. Number 2, toucans.
Damn,
This
toucans with
toucan
that
is
big
on the
ass
hunt
beak.
for a parrot, and it just
They,
grabbed one.
they definitely fucked some
His
shit
friend
up.
asked him if he wants to share, but the toucan turns away with the parrot because he wants it all to himself. Toucans are often thought of as friendly fruit eaters, but they are omnivorous and quite aggressive.
That's so
Onlooker
crazy.
saw a toucan kill and eat a bat while on a birdwatching tour at Playa Cativa Lodge in Costa Rica. Toucans are also carnivorous, which many people are unaware of. Here, we see one of Ripley's wild cousins following in its ancestors' footsteps by raiding a nest and devouring someone else's babies whole. I guarantee you'll never look at toucans the same way again.
Hey, there's a
When
lot
a
of
cute
birds on
hummingbird
this
tries
list.
to extract the nectar from these flowers,
that I'm not looking
the
at
toucan
the same
grabs
again.
and crushes it. You can see how small the bird is in the toucan's
Because
mouth.
I thought these things only ate fruit
Number
too.
1, jackdaws.
Same thing with the woodpecker.
Here's a jackdaw biting into a small snake. It takes the jackdaw a lot of pecks to soften up the snake so he can eat it. The snake doesn't have the time to escape because the bird is pecking at it relentlessly. After a jackdaw and a hawk collide, a fight ensues. The hawk appears to have the upper hand for the duration of the fight, but when the jackdaw fights back, he's able to flee, and the hawk doesn't appear to be in great shape. On the sidewalk, a jackdaw attacks a rat. The
We
rat
better
tries
fuck up
to
that
flee,
rat.
but the jackdaw drags it by the tail to get closer to it.
These rats are a goddamn
It's
problem.
amusing, but I'm sure the rat doesn't appreciate it. When this jackdaw sees this sparrow, it has no pity for it.
Dang.
It immediately jumps it and
On
clucks it to
sight.
death. After seeing this, I'm sure you perceive birds differently. My favorite has to be the jackdaw knocking out the hawk in midair. Which one was your favorite?
The Blue Jays though. That's so wild. I feel betrayed almost. I would never expect the Blue Jay to be savage like that. I thought them motherfuckers went after like bugs and worms. But yeah, I mean, that's so crazy. I mean, there's some. I mean, I know geese are violent. Crows, they ain't shit. Magpies ain't shit. Vultures are quite literally they eat meat. I mean, woodpeckers, I ain't gonna hold you, caught me off guard. I thought they only used that beak to make homes and shit. I ain't know they use that to attack motherfuckers. Same thing with the toucans. I ain't know that beak was used to kill and smash motherfuckers. Pause. But I mean, that's so crazy. I mean, definitely I look at some of these birds in a different light. But that was definitely an interesting video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you want me to react to next, and I'll see you at the next one. Alright, peace.